Hello, good afternoon, evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are in the world. How are we all doing? Welcome back to the Matchday Tavern. It's time for Brazil versus Morocco. Seleção versus the Atlas Lions. Huge game, this one. Should be a really fascinating watch. Two teams who are, certainly for Brazil kind of fancied, given that we're in the Americas and the heat. Carlo Ancelotti, lots of factors coming together for Brazil. They've got a hell of an attack. You know, you look at Vinicius, you look at Rafinha, Cunha up there. You've got Alisson in goal. You've got Marquinhos at the back, Gabriel at the back. There's some real talent in that Brazil side. And, Bruno Guimaraes, of course, in midfield. There's a lot of talent. And I'm looking at it thinking, could be outsiders for this tournament, and it's rare that you're talking about Brazil as outsiders, but I don't think many people have them in their top five, maybe picks to win it. If you had to pick 5 nations to win the World Cup, would Brazil be in it? Let me know in the chat. I don't know. A lot of people seem to be fancying, maybe the European nations, England, Spain, Portugal, France, Germany have been mentioned. Even, to be honest, if you're talking South American nations, even Argentina have been mentioned ahead of Brazil. But listen, I want to hear what your thoughts are on this one. Morocco, Morocco, de facto African Nations Cup champions, aren't they? That angered the world. We watched that final together, and the AFCON final was, it was so ridiculous, wasn't it? But they are the AFCON winners. Morocco, however you want to dress it up, they are the AFCON winners. But yeah, it's two teams that you'd look at and think this should be a really good game. Really positive game. Both teams used to the heat, accustomed to the heat, and should be a fascinating watch. I'm hoping so. And I'm through to the Scotland-Haiti game as well. So we're back-to-back now. This one, Haiti and Scotland, we're live for both of them. So hopefully you'll join me for as many as you possibly can. And with that said, I do just want to give a big thank you, a big hello to our friends, sponsors of the channel, Oxford Natural. Oxford Natural are, of course, sponsoring the Matchday Tavern throughout this World Cup. And I want to give a big thank you to them and the Optimum Day and Night supplements. They are fantastic if you're trying to get your health in order, you're trying to think about making some positive changes. You can see the great results that we're seeing from people on the right-hand side. Well, not that you can't. No, we need to change that. There you go. The game week crept into the pictures on the right-hand side. But yeah, people like Robbie from AFTV, people like Michael Owen, people like KG, people you've seen in the football content space. Obviously, Michael Owen, Ballon d'Or winner, maybe. Slightly odd group in that, isn't it? But yeah, Michael Owen, Robbie, KG, people we all know and recognise, right? Who have done really well off the back of using the Optimum Day and Night supplements. Optimum Day about helping you with your cravings, helping you with keeping you, your energy, keeping you on track. Optimum Night about switching off, resetting your body, helping you rest and recover and relax and wind down at bedtime, which is very important, as we've talked about in these early hour watch-alongs for the World Cup. So if you want to find out a little bit more about Oxford Natural, Optimum Day and Night, and the great results that they are getting for people, go and check them out. You can click the link in the description. You can also scan the QR code on screen, and you can get 70% off your first order with code KEY70. And a big thank you again to Oxford Natural for sponsoring the channel. And with that said, let's get stuck in to Brazil and Morocco. Thank you for your patience, everyone, for sticking with us. Right, okay, where is the chat? There you go, let's get the chat up. And I need to change. Sorry, I've not said hello to everyone yet. Give me a minute. I will come to you. One sec. There you go. Right, hang on. Okay, how are we all doing in the chat? Egbert, who else have we got in tonight? Stephen, lovely to see you. I don't even know. Sarah, lovely to see you as always, Sarah. I follow the Blues. Vinicius Jr., come on and score. What else have we got? City of Northville. Don't tell me they think it isn't coming home. Looking forward to Cunha versus Mazraoui. Yeah, the Man United derby. Neymar looking like he's limping there coming out onto the pitch. He's not looking so fresh, is he, Neymar? I don't think he's going to be... I think you might get a cameo out of Neymar in this World Cup at best. Who else have we got in the chat tonight? 3-star, lovely to see you as always, mate. Finners Matty, Egbert. Key, did you watch the Qatar game? I did. I was livid. I was absolutely livid. I needed Switzerland to win to 0 on one. And I had another one where it was a goal in each half and Switzerland to win. It's so annoying. That late goal, I was like, oh, I can't believe they've killed me off there. They've absolutely done me. So I was devastated with that late goal. But it was great for Qatar, wasn't it? It was brilliant for Qatar. Fantastic for them. But, yeah, dreadful. Absolutely dreadful as far as I'm concerned. How's it going, Ben? BLK Hammer, good morning, sir. Just seen your entrance clip, mate. Pure class. Love what you're doing. Haven't seen the outro yet, I'll admit. Wait till you see. The outro's maybe the best bit. Broken verdict. How's it going, Key? Who is favourite Ballon d'Or winner? Expect Messi or Ronaldo if they happen to be your favourites. No, I would say Kane. Kane is the one I'm looking at and thinking he's up there. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw someone like Vitinha as well, maybe. Or even Elise. I guess a lot depends on the World Cup. I do think the World Cup does influence the Ballon d'Or picking. Obviously, the Ballon d'Or's like September time, isn't it, when it finally gets announced? So, honestly, I think if there's a winner of the World Cup that comes from, like if Michael Elise, France were to win it, Michael Elise could be in with a great shout. Harry Kane, if England were to win it, great shout. If Brazil were to win it, genuinely, I think you might look at Marquinhos. Honestly, it's been a while since we've had a centre-back win it. But Marquinhos, I'm telling you, Brazil win it. You know, PSG have been fantastic for such a long time. Brazil win the World Cup. Marquinhos could be there. Carlo Ancelotti and Mohamed Ouahbi just having the pre-match handshakes there for the managers. Qatar deserved equaliser. Didn't realise Lopetegui was Qatar manager. Yeah, he's very animated on the touchline as well. Good to see you, mate. How's it going? I don't even know. Broken verdict. I was talking all-time, Key, like Kaká or Rivaldo. What do you mean? Who is favourite? Oh, who's my favourite Ballon d'Or winner? Oh, Ronaldinho. Yeah, Ronaldinho's my favourite Ballon d'Or winner. How's it going, CG? Sorry, TikTok, I'm not ignoring you. I will be right with you. Let me just get the chat up on screen because we've got the lineups. We've got the lineups out and we're ready to go nearly. So Morocco lineup is Yassine Bonu, Ashraf Hakimi, Issa Diop, Chadi Riyad, Nusa Mazraoui at the back, and then it's Ayoub Bouadi, the young man in midfield from Lille, alongside El Ainoui, Brahim Diaz and Unahi, and then it's El Kanous just off Ismail Saibari, up front. For Brazil's team is Alisson Becker in goal, unsurprisingly. Roger Ibanez, Marquinhos, Gabriel and Douglas Santos at the back. Midfield of Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes and Lucas Paquetá. And then a front three of Rafinha, Vinicius Jr. And what a moment for Brentford's Igor Thiago starting up front in the opening game of the World Cup for Brazil. Absolutely fantastic for him. I'm made up for the guy. Love that. What if Curaçao win the World Cup? Then who wins the Ballon d'Or then? Maybe Tahith Chong. Could be Tahith Chong at that point then. Hello, Key, in case you missed me or ignored me. Would never ignore you, my friend. No, good to see you, man. How's it going? 2 points might not be enough to get out now. Maybe not in the Switzerland, Bosnia, Qatar, Canada group. That one might need a bit more than 2 points to get out of that one. Imagine they all draw again in the next round, and then they're all going into the final group stage game on 2 points. That's going to be crazy, that final day, isn't it? Are you doing the Scotland and Australia games? I am, mate. Yes, I'm doing Scotland Haiti, which is a 2 a.m. kickoff. If only it was 2 p.m. 2 a.m. kickoff we're doing. How's it going, Mr. Turnables? Lovely to see you, sir. Evening, Adam. Good to see you, man. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing, sir? But yeah, they were focusing very heavily. There's Vinicius Jr. They were focusing very heavily on ITV1 in the build-up on Vinicius Jr. and how his form massively differs for Brazil versus what it is when he plays for Real Madrid. And it's true, he doesn't quite have the same output when he's playing for Brazil, for the national team. But Carlo Ancelotti obviously managed him at club level for Madrid and for a good while and seemed to get a lot out of him. So there's hope that he can be the one that gets the best out of Vinicius Jr. At international level. Neymar, obviously the first time he's in the Brazil squad for 3 years. He's not in the team tonight, still injured, unsurprisingly, but there was a big campaign in Brazil to get Neymar in the squad. So he's only in the squad for now. Maybe we'll see him in the starting 11 at some point, but it should be a really, really good game, this one. No Rodrigo, of course, in the Brazil squad. No Militao, no Estevao, all injured. And the real omission, the real surprise omission, was João Pedro. Very surprising that João Pedro missed out on the Brazil squad. It was the worst qualifying campaign in decades. Brazil, they ended up finishing 5th in CONMEBOL. 6 defeats and 4 different coaches. The 48-team expansion basically saved their blushes. If there hadn't been a 48-team World Cup, the chances are this World Cup wouldn't have had Brazil in it. Crazy. Very, very close to a no Brazil World Cup. Hi Liam, how's it going? Welshwing. Want to know an interesting fact? 4 former Chelsea managers are in this World Cup. Ancelotti, Potter, Tuchel and Poch. Is it only 4? That's very surprising, given Chelsea go through managers like I go through. I was underpants. I don't know. They change the manager more times than anyone changes their underpants. Cunha to score tonight, Key, says Stephen. Maybe so, maybe so. Guess we'll see. Early is, Matheus Cunha. To be honest, they're a bit of a... Under Ancelotti, they've become a bit of a defensive juggernaut, if anything, Brazil. They're not quite, the Brazil of old. They're a lot more rigid, a lot more organised. Casemiro in there for Steele, Fabinho too. Vinicius kind of plays a bit more centrally for the national team than he does for his club. The big question is whether or not that midfield can survive against teams like Morocco, for example, who've got legs. And they've got Ouahbi in the midfield. They've got El Ainoui, talents in there with legs. And you look at Casemiro and Fabinho, undoubtedly experienced players, very good, but could struggle. Could be youth beating experience tonight in midfield. And if they lose that midfield battle, Brazil, then chances are they'll never get the ball to Vinicius and Rafinha and Igor Thiago at the top end. But they've certainly got talent off the bench as well. That's the other good thing with Brazil. There's lots and lots of talent off the bench. They can bring Endrick on. Endrick's gone to Lyon and kind of reinvigorated his career. He didn't quite thrive at Real Madrid in the way that many expected he might. But he's gone to France and done really well in Ligue 1. Ryan, of course, from Bournemouth is on the bench. So we've got a couple of Premier League stars, quite a few Premier League stars in there. Alisson, Gabriel, Bruno, Casemiro last season, Lucas Paquetá last season, Rafinha not too long ago, Igor Thiago, the Brentford forward. You've got Ryan, Martinelli on the bench, Fabinho ex-Liverpool. There is still talent in there that we all remember and recognise. Chadi Riyad, the Crystal Palace centre-back, is starting for Morocco. I do think at some point we will see Ayoub Bouadi in the Premier League as well. Bilal El Khanous, of course, we've seen him thriving in the Prem. Jay, how's it going? You covering every game in the World Cup? Not every game, no. Not every game. I didn't do Qatar versus Switzerland, but I didn't do it so that I could sleep. And I could cover this one and Scotland-Haiti. So I'm doing Scotland-Haiti as well. Mazraoui, of course, as well, yeah. CGLFC, unpopular opinion, Neymar was never world-class for me. Mate, you and I will agree. That's absolutely my opinion as well. Neymar was never world-class for me. He was a very talented player who made wrong moves in his career. And I think he benefited from being in either the best side of all time and a terrible league. That's, yeah, I would say. Right, well, we're off and underway. Here we go. Game underway in New Jersey. It's the MetLife Stadium, isn't it? The MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Brazil and Morocco get us underway. Here we go. Liam, are you doing Australia v Turkey at 5 a.m? I'm not, mate. No, I'm missing that one. My cut-off point is 2 games in a row. I'm only doing 3 games in a row if there's 3 absolute bangers. Australia, Turkey can get in the bin. Can absolutely get in the bin. Welsh wing I named 4. Can you name the other former 4 Prem managers? Former 4 Prem managers. Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh. Lopetegui. Jesse Marsh, Lopetegui. Come on, Key. Sort yourself out, lad. Jesse Marsh, Lopetegui. Who else is there? Mr. Turnables, Morocco has a really strong counter-attacking style. They're also very good set pieces as well, Morocco. Martinez and Ranić, of course. Yeah. Do you know what? I wouldn't have got Martinez for some reason. Martinez always escapes me. I always think of him as the ex-Belgium manager. I never think of him as the Portugal manager. You don't really see him all that often. He's kind of gone a bit quiet. But yeah, I would have got Ranić, I think. Who was that he rolled against when he did about 24 log rolls down the touchline? Oh, Advocar as well. There's others. Yeah, Advocar. That's 5. Very true. Yeah, Dick Advocar. That's a good point. Didn't even think of Dick Advocar. Hey, Steve Clarke. Steve Clarke of Scotland was briefly a Premier League manager as well. That's a very good shout. Wasn't Sabri Lamouchi as well? Sabri Lamouchi, ex-Tunisia. I'm sure he managed briefly in the Prem. Rudy Garcia, he's not managing the Prem, but he probably will do at some point. Marcelo Bielsa, Uruguay. I tell you what, Welsh, you've missed out on a load here. You've missed out on a shed load. Yeah, Marcelo Bielsa, Uruguay manager. Stala Solbakken. Didn't Stala Solbakken at some point managing the Prem? I thought he had. Carlos Queiroz managed in the Prem as well. Sabri Lamucci was in the Championship with Forest. Ah, there you go. Did Queiroz manage someone in the Prem outside of being Fergie's assistant? I think he did, yeah. Advocar, Ranić, Koeman, Lopetegui, Martinez, Clark. Bielsa. Bielsa, of course, as well. Brendan, imagine in the days of Ronaldo, Rivaldo and Ronaldinho, if you said Brazil's future centre-forward World Cup line would be Spurs and Brentford centre-forwards. Yeah. Yeah. With a Bournemouth winger on the bench. I remember when Brazil had an exotic sounding front three. Now they've got a member of the Adams family. Here you go. Solbakken managed Wimbledon. Russell Martin's been announced as the new Leicester manager. Oh, I've got a goal in each half in this game. That's what I've going for. A goal in each half, and I think I've gone 2.5 cards. Long ball forward. Brazil clear it away. Hasn't Bielsa resigned? I don't think so. Not as far as I'm aware. I thought Bielsa... No, he's current manager of the Uruguay side. Yeah. Sonny, Key, at some point I'll update my YouTube channel. No worries, man. Yeah, let us know. Morocco, in the area. Strike, cleared away by Brazil. Morocco having a decent start here, opening 5 minutes. It's not bad. They'll be happy with this. Brazil have been knocked out of the World Cup 5 times by European sides. The last 5 World Cups, they've been knocked out by European sides in the last 5 World Cups. So... would expect that to be the case again. Oh, it's great play down the left-hand side. Morocco pull back. Chance, edge of the box. Must be! Oh, great save. Alisson Becker. Great clearance. Evening, Liam. How's it going, sir? I've got over 2.5 and over 10.5 corners. I don't think you're going to get too many corners. I think you're going to see a heavily possession-based game and a few... I mean, you might see set pieces, but that was poor, that, actually. Oh, it wasn't Alisson. I thought it was kicked away by Alisson, that one. I've got a red card in this match, have you? I don't know. I think there'll definitely be yellows. I'm not sure about a red. They're both quite disciplined. It's not going to be quite as hectic as Morocco, South Africa, I would imagine. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. You could be right. Strike from Morocco, dragged wide by Hakimi. They're claiming a corner. Don't think they're going to get it, though. Not bad yourself. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm good. Sleep's kind of on board now with this World Cup. So I'm ready for Haiti, Scotland, 2 a.m. But yeah, Brazil have topped their group. In the group stages, they always tend to perform. They've topped their group at every World Cup since 1978. That was the last time they didn't top their group. Brendan, given the trajectory, do you think for the next World Cup, Brazil will dig out a Tranmere Rovers trainee to lead the line? Hey, why not? Why not? Go for it. Carlo Ancelotti likes a bit of physicality in his sides, and you know the days of them having sort of smaller, nimble players, your Diego Ribases, for example, those days have gone. wants a bit more physicality. That's why you've got Igor Thiago at centre-forward. I would never have expected a player like Igor Thiago to get in the Brazil squad. Yet here he is leading the line at the World Cup. And he's... Listen, I don't think he's a bad centre-forward at all, Igor Thiago, but he's not a Brazil centre-forward. You know, we watched him in the Prem an awful lot this season, and I'm not convinced, personally. I'm really not convinced. CGLFC, do you enjoy a pint key? I don't, mate. No, I'm not a big drinker. I'm really not a big drinker. If I do have anything, it's very occasional, and it's usually like a bourbon. So I like a whiskey. I'll have a whiskey or something like that. But I'm not that bothered. It's never fazed me. Strike from distance, good block. What about yourself? Gary, first time we get to see Brazil, but can we expect samba football with many of their players playing in Europe? No, samba football has gone with Brazil as far as we're concerned. Morocco, edge of the box, good football. Strike. Good defending again from Brazil, and Gabriel gets smashed by Hakimi. Not doing Australia at 5 a.m. Oh, am I balls. Am I balls. I have to be very choosy about the games that I will and won't do, and yeah, I swerved Qatar, Switzerland, and I'm going to swerve Australia, Turkey. But I'm doing Brazil, Morocco, I'm doing Haiti, Scotland, and then tomorrow we've got Germany, Curaçao, followed by... who's after Germany, Curaçao? There's Ecuador, Netherlands, isn't it? Netherlands, Japan. Yeah. Germany, Curaçao, Netherlands, Japan tomorrow. And I might do Ecuador, Ivory Coast in the early hours. I'm not sure about that yet. There's no press resistance in that Brazil midfield. Well, there's just not a huge amount of legs, is there? You look at Fabinho, Casemiro, they're not going to fly about the pitch. And Bruno Guimaraes, talented player, but he's not a... Look at that, there you go. They've just easily robbed again, and Morocco are dominating that midfield area. Edge of the box, got to get the strike away. Dillying and dallying far too long, and that is where Brazil will do well. Casemiro getting his foot in on the edge of the box. Getting back, winning the ball back, but Lucas Paquetá just not good enough, to be honest. Just too slow. Terrible first touch. And Morocco pounce, and that's where the game is going to be won and lost. It was Adam Unahi in midfield. CGLFC, I don't drink often anymore with life being busy and expensive, but I do enjoy a couple of lagers on Liverpool match days. Oh, good lad. Yeah, whatever you enjoy, man. He's a raging alcoholic. Have you not heard some of his opinions? Like Phil in EastEnders. Game agree like Madrid. Brazil isn't the same machine they used to be. Morocco again with a strike. Morocco dominating the early exchanges here. 11 minutes in. I think a fair few people watching this might be a touch surprised by just how well Morocco are doing. They're all over Brazil. I think we've got some 5 p.m. games coming up soon. I'm not sure about 5 p.m. I think the earliest game, or at least the earliest that I'm aware of is Germany, Curaçao, 6 p.m. That's tomorrow night. Netherlands, Japan is at 9. I'll be doing both of them, and then I'm waiting to see about the next. There's Ecuador, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, which is I think midnight tomorrow, and I'm just I don't know about that one. It's tough to do 3 games in a row. And then the thing is, if I do that one, then we're all good. But it could be that I end up missing that one and doing the 4 a.m., which I can't even remember what the 4 a.m. one is. What's the 4 a.m. game? Spain, Cape Verde is 5 p.m. Is that tomorrow? Is that tomorrow? Are you sure? No, it's not. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Spain, Cape Verde is 5 p.m. on June the 15th. Sorry, apologies. You are right. Yeah, Germany, Curaçao, 6 p.m. Netherlands, Japan, 9 p.m. Ivory Coast, Ecuador is 12 a.m. And then there's Sweden, Tunisia, 3 a.m. I might have to pick which one to do, though. Shahid, Key, can you believe Qatar, 95th minute equaliser against Switzerland? I couldn't believe it, mate. No, I was devastated, actually. Not an attempt on target yet. 13 minutes in, we've had Morocco dominating possession. They've had more shots. But what they haven't done, sadly, is really have a shot on target in this game. Neither side. In fact, we've yet to see Brazil in any sort of sense as an attacking prospect. Here's Vinicius. Paul pulled back. Header. Oh, that was a big chance for Igor Thiago. Huge moment. 6 yards out. Should have got a shot away there. That's a massive moment. Igor Thiago really should score there for me. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, he's got to put that away. He's got to put that away. I think we might get 5 p.m. kickoff during the knockouts, I think. I think the knockouts, I can tell you what the knockouts are. The knockouts are 6 p.m., 6 p.m., 5 p.m. There is one 5 p.m. 4 a.m. Jesus Christ. There's a round of 32 game kicking off at 4 a.m. Ugh. I think there might even be a 5 a.m., you know. No, 5 p.m. 2 a.m. There's a 2 a.m. quarter final. Brazil out to the left-hand side. Brendan, are you getting much overseas viewers in the World Cup so far because of the time? Do you get those sort of stats on your live who viewed from where? Yeah, you do get to see them. But no, not really getting too many people from overseas. To be honest, mate, I think I'm a little bit... A lot of people are. I think a lot of people who do these watch-along channels and stuff are a little bit disappointed with the World Cup so far because... basically Fox and a few other broadcasting networks have I think put the game on. You can watch it on YouTube, can't you? You can actually watch the game on YouTube for a lot of people, depending on where in the world you are. So, to be honest, that is like it's meant to, it's you know, it's not just me competing with your Mark Goldbridges and the others of this world. It's you're also competing with actual professional broadcasters. So yeah, viewing figures for everyone are well down. So you're not really seeing an awful lot of traffic. So yeah, I actually think, to be honest, the World Cup's not going to be a huge driver of, you know, views and subscribers and things like that. It's going to be relatively quiet for a lot of people. I'm watching it out of pure enjoyment. I'm just going to watch the tournament and see how it goes. But I actually think it'll probably pick up again once the World Cup's finished, and it'll be the club season kicking back off. Because obviously once the World Cup finishes, all these like hanger-oners, all these people who actually aren't really interested in football, you see people doing watch-alongs now who you can tell they don't really give a toss about football. They don't watch it all season. But you've got big, like, massive channels doing watch-alongs. And, you know, it's fine. Listen, sounds bitter, to be fair, doesn't it? I'm a little bit bitter. But yeah, they're doing watch-alongs and stuff, and they're not really interested in football, but they're doing a watch-along, and they're getting a huge audience for it. But as soon as the new season kicks off, you won't see them. They won't be there for the Champions League qualifiers, will they? They won't be there for the Europa League qualifiers. Shamrock Rovers against Skendia in late July. We'll be there for it. DJ Sonny Baines, don't worry, Key. More chances are coming in this game. Absolutely. Let's hope so. How's it going, Ethan? City of Northville, eventually they're going to figure out people want to watch along in the live game so it can project you to one of the corners like Twitch. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, mate, it's so common now. People have like one device watching. So people will have the telly, but they'll also have someone like me or whatever on another device, on their phone or on their iPad or whatever. And that's increasingly common now. But if they're broadcasting the actual game on ShmewPube, then it becomes very difficult to get any traffic on here. Ball whipped in. Oh, Thiago. Good claim from Bono. Needed to be done. Excellent. That's my setup, but it makes it hard to pay attention to both. Yeah, I mean, listen, the ideal is what Goldbridge has, isn't it? Where he's got the Bundesliga rights. Somehow I don't see it, though. Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated. But yeah, there's it's a very saturated watch-along market at the minute in the World Cup. There's an awful lot of channels covering these games. Channels that otherwise don't really do watch-alongs, to be honest, a lot of the time. But when you look at, like, there's channels with, like, 100,000 plus subscribers getting, like, 2,000 views. And we're here 2 weeks in. We've only got 2 weeks worth of a channel. It's very new. Igor Thiago reminds me of Wagner Love. Do you remember him, Key? I do remember Wagner Love, yeah, CSKA Moscow, but I wouldn't say Thiago reminds me of him. I guess, why does he remind you of him? He was a little bit more diminutive, wasn't he, Wagner Love? Good evening, just got in from work. What's the game like? Any good? So. The game's been 19 minutes in. I think we've just got our first corner. Brazil haven't had a shot on target. Morocco haven't had a shot on target. There's been lots of shots, but not any actual working of the keeper just yet. Morocco, I would say, have been the better side, but Brazil are just growing into the game. Corner to Brazil. Bruno Guimaraes to take it. Right-footed, in-swinger. Edge of the box, Vinny. Big chance if you can get it. Cunha, claim for the handball. And all the way back, and I think it's going to go all the way back to Alisson. 7:93 BBQ. You're going to watch Australia at 5 a.m. Sunday morning? I'm not, mate, no. I'm not going to be doing Australia. That's one of the games that I'm going to miss. I have got Australia, which is the I think I'm doing Australia's next game. Yes, I'm doing USA versus Australia on the 19th. And I think I'm also doing Australia against... I haven't got it written down, but I am doing Australia's next 2 games. I'm just not covering Turkey. It's 5 o'clock. It's a brutal kick-off time here in the UK. And I've got to be very selective about which games I can and can't do. So, this is a big chance. Morocco are in. It's there. It's 1-0. What a finish that is. It's an unbelievable goal. Saibari. Ismail Saibari. PSV centre forward, absolutely wonderful ball through the middle, and a lovely little dink over Alisson Becker. No chance for the keeper. There you go, 1-0. Vamos, vamos, says Alisson. Come on, wake up. Brazil have not started at this World Cup at all. I've just been saying Brazil finished top of their group every single World Cup they've been at since 1978, and it's looking more and more like they're going to struggle in this one. They've not turned up at this World Cup at all. Great ball through the middle. Absolutely fantastic pass that. They cut the Brazil centre-halves apart. Where's the best centre-back in the world, Gabriel, when you need him? He was found wanting there. He was outpaced. And Saibari, what a lovely little finish that is. You're not saving that. You just don't save those. Absolutely wonderful goal. That's a great goal. Excellent finish. The Samba boys have not woken up. They have not woken up at all. Don't count Brazil out yet. They'll be fired up now. The hardcore slog of Port Vale v Barrow in the Carabao Cup first round in September will be lost on the World Cup bandwagoners. That's it, mate. That's it. That's when we'll come into our own again. Consistency will pay off on those early Champions League, Europa League qualifiers. That's what separates the wheat from the chaff, isn't it? Alisson came out way too early, didn't give the defenders a chance to catch up. Mate, I'll be honest, I don't think that's on Alisson at all. I think he had to come out and try and close the ball down. The defenders were never catching up to him. Chris, Brazil will get through. They'll have to settle for second, though. Oh, we've got our first hydration break. Pretty sure there's more than Gabriel defending. Oh, you can't even take a little dig at him, can you? Pretty sure there's more than Gabriel defending. Does that remind you of Darwin Núñez chip over the keeper? The one against Brentford? Yes, a little bit. It does, doesn't it? Can't catch the ball outside the area. You can't, but yeah, you know, you've got to. I think him coming out was still the right move. Taylor, Key, what's happening to the other channel? Haven't seen you going live on it for ages. Are you going live on it after the World Cup? Yes, yeah. Premier League Dad is still around. It will still be stuff happening on it. I'm thinking of doing a talk show type segment, maybe once a week, doing like a phone in, Premier League phone in, something like that. But the watch-alongs are all going to be on the Matchday Tavern. Scotland first, Morocco second, Brazil third, Haiti fourth. This charming Dan, seeing such an average Brazilian side is a bit sad. They've still got some good players, but nothing to get excited about. Oh, see, he comes out and he makes himself big there, Alisson. That's not on Alisson at all. That's all on Gabriel for me. It's all on Gabriel. Dreadful defending. Shocking defending from Gabriel. F1, where is Saliba? Playing for France, I would imagine. Scotland have no chance. Think the heat alone will kill them off. Well, hey, do you know what? We'll see. We'll get our first look at Scotland in a couple of hours' time. We'll see whether or not Scott McTominay Ballon d'Or can actually get them a little bit further this time. We'll have to wait and see. Alisson showing why he's fallen from grace yet again. Oh, you're so snide. Why does the guy look like Mr. Burns? He looks like a cross between Mr. Burns and Smithers, the Morocco coach. Smithers, release the hounds. Would never have happened if Gabriel was starting. He is starting. He's at the centre-back. Does anyone know if Freddie Potts is on the bench for Brazil? Get Freddie Potts on. El Canute's earning himself a good transfer. If he keeps up this level. He's been good with Stuttgart. Yeah, I mean he had a good season at Leicester, didn't he? When he was first in the Premier League. And they have released the hounds. Well, the Lions, isn't it? The Atlas Lions. Smithers released the Atlas Lions. Come on, Brazil. Wake up. Wake up. Game of the tournament so far. I would say probably the USA game yesterday. In my opinion. This one would be a shock. It would be a shock, but I'm not sure it's I'm not sure it's game of the tournament. We've had one shot on target all game. Joke flew over you there, Key. Oh, yeah, I think it was definitely my fault, that one. Richarlison will save them. Well, João Pedro certainly won't. Why don't they stop the clock on TV when the hydration breaks on? I don't know, mate. That's far too much like common sense, I guess, for the FIFA people. I want that Balogun at Arsenal by August. Get him back in Arsenal. Get him back at Arsenal. Oh, what a run that is. Go on. Morocco are flying here. They're absolutely flying. I'm telling you, they're going to score again. Oh, nearly two. Ashraf Hakimi with a strike. Brazil all at 6s and 7s here. All at 6s and 7s. Rubes, how are you doing, sir? Brazil aren't getting far. No, I agree, mate. I don't think they will. Not playing like this, they won't. Great defending. Morocco again. Bouadi, excellent play in midfield. They're winning the midfield battle. And they just look like they've got so much more energy than Brazil. Brazil look leggy, lethargic, fatigued. They're just not able to keep up with the Atlas Lions. Ball over to the right-hand side. Morocco, still pushing. If they get a second, I think it might actually be game over, you know. Brendan, longing for a conference qualifier and a half-time quiz on the top 10 Premier League appearance makers from Turkmenistan. Have you been looking at my quiz book? If Morocco wins, they'll be 5th in the FIFA World Rankings. You've got it. Welsh, you're stealing me thunder, mate. You're stealing me thunder with the national dishes. Yeah, feijoada, a mighty black bean and pork stew, served with rice, orange slices, and traditionally served on a Wednesday and a Saturday in Brazil. That's their national dish. They're the world's biggest coffee producer as well, Brazil. No surprise. And they are home to more species of plants and animals than any other country on Earth. I mean, that's basically the Amazon, isn't it? Let's be honest. AC, I'm moved by that Moroccan midfielder. Yep, young man, Ayoub Bouadi, done incredibly well at Lille. Lots keeping an eye on him. He might well get a move to the Premier League after this one. Morocco free kick, header. Brazil just about clear it away, but not far enough. And Morocco pressure keeps coming. Oh, this is great play. They've got him here. They've got him on strings. They're in the area. Strike. Oh, excellent defending again. They're giving away, Brazil. What's going on? Strike and straight at Alisson. From Brahim Diaz. Chris, I think we'll have a winner who hasn't won it in a long time or ever. Is that your way of saying it's coming home, Chris? It's coming home, says Chris. Welsh-wing couscous is widely considered the national dish of Morocco, deeply rooted in the country's Berber heritage. Well, that's not what I've got. I've got tagine. Tagine is a slow-cooked stew of meat, fruit and spices, named after the cone-lidded clay pot it's made in. Couscous is what they have on a Friday in Morocco. There you go. It's like us. It's like us. We have Sunday dinner in the UK. Strike from the edge of the box over the bar. Pete, I'd love Brazil to have a penny shootout and Gabriel scores. Arsenal fans would melt down. It's just in the post. They sent it via every. Why we haven't got it home yet. Yeah. That's, it's behind the bins. The World Cup is coming home. It's just behind the bins. It's left with a neighbour. It's with Scotland. It's left with a neighbour. A typical Brazilian breakfast or café de manhã is a light, flavourful meal, featuring fresh tropical fruits, breads, cheese and strong coffee. Can't say I'm a lover of coffee. It's probably why I've not gone to Brazil. Morocco, by the way, produce 70% of the world's citrus. I didn't realise that. Yeah. Lemons and oranges are heavily produced in Morocco. Brazil out to the left-hand side. Come on, we need an equaliser. Vinicius. Whoa, there you go, and we got one. Vinny wakes the game up. It's 1-1. Brazil 1. Morocco 1. Vinicius Jr. has arrived at the World Cup. He said this was going to be his tournament. And there you go. Cuts in from the right-hand side. You just can't stop that. Smashes it past Bonu. And it's 1-1. Game on. Here we go. Brazil 1. Morocco 1. Excellent finish. Ancelotti chewing away there. Living his best life. Free from the dictator at last. Me and my big mouth. What a goal by Vinny. You called it. Yeah, smashed it. Top corner. I'll stick with the full English, thanks. Oh, do you know what? That was past Bonu before he could even dive. It wasn't even necessarily like smack bang in the top corner. I think I'll be honest, I think the goalkeeper you might expect the keeper to do a bit better there. Am I being harsh? I think Bonu should probably do a bit better there. As Peter Kay once said, now we've started. Now we've started. Now we've started. How far away are they? Right. Well, we're 1-1. We're level. We go again. How many cards have we had in this so far? Because I need cards in this game. Full time, Brazil 3-1. Have we had any cards? We've not had any cards. I need cards. I need cards and shots. We've had 16 shots so far. How many saves has the goalkeeper made? Has Alisson made a save? Yeah, 1. Right, Alisson's made a save, so that's good. Brazil or draw first half. I've got that. Brazil or draw second half. I now need a goal second half. And Brazil to have the most corners. How many corners have Brazil had? More than Morocco. Good. There's only been one corner, opening 34 minutes. It's Brazil's. 0 cards. I need cards. Come on, maybe we get a card here. That was a naughty tackle on Hakimi. Didn't even touch him. Get him booked, ref. Let's have a booking. Let's get your cards out, ref. It's a good match, isn't it? Yeah. It's a good match, Shahid. How's it going, Papa John's? Mr. Turnables, what are you saying? All that's left is for Ancelotti to raise his eyebrows. Did you see the Let me see if I can get the exact thing that was said. There was an article written by the sports writer. I think his name's Chris Milton. Is it Chris Milton? Let me have a look. See if I can find it. Morocco chance, great defending from Alisson. James Milton. And he wrote a piece on Brazil, and he said, this is in an English newspaper, Brazil start their pursuit of a record-extending 6th World Cup against Morocco in New Jersey this evening, and the Seleção have a proven winner in the dugout. Carlo Ancelotti has managed some of the world's top clubs and Everton. So a World Cup triumph would be a lovely addition to his glittering CV. That is literally written, no sarcasm at all. Carlo Ancelotti has managed some of the world's top clubs and Everton. So a World Cup triumph would be a lovely addition to his glittering CV. James Milton, sports writer, friend of the channel. Like him a lot. I like him. One of my favourites. Nice guy. Where's that ref from the first game? Exactly. Get him back. Get him back. If Brazil are going to get anywhere in this World Cup, it looks like Vinny's going to have to drag them there himself. No kidding. No kidding. Bryn. Oh, Bryn, how's it going, man? Sorry, just as we're taking the piss out of Everton, Bryn pops in. Sorry, mate. Don't summon Shell from her sleep key. I know, Christ, Shell will come in and tell me off just for that. The Everton period was weird, though. It was mad, wasn't it? I mean, no one would have... I think even Evertonians are a little bit perplexed by the fact that Carlo Ancelotti managed them. Maybe the greatest manager of modern times. An absolutely unbelievable manager. And the crazy thing is, he actually took over Everton. I think he took over them when they were 11th in the table. And he navigated them to 10th and 11th, two finishes. He was there for like a season and a half, 2 seasons. And he didn't really progress him. They gave him like record wages, spent a fortune. There's a yellow card. Yay, we got our first yellow, folks. First yellow. Casemiro, what a surprise. I think everyone would have backed that one, wouldn't they? Cassie has been booked. He was only there 1 season. No, wasn't he there like a season and a half? Sure he took over mid-season, didn't he? Gunwu, Brazil are so disjointed. My goodness, what has happened to this great nation? I mean, they've got a Brentford centre-forward and Casemiro, who runs like he's running through treacle in midfield. And Fabinho, who's even worse, believe it or not. Carlo did it for the bet. Are you sure? I mean, I'll take your word for it, Bryn. I'm sure you'll know better than I as an Evertonian, but... I always thought Carlo Ancelotti was at Everton slightly longer than that. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years Carlo Ancelotti managed Everton. He managed Everton, he arrived in 2019, left in 2021. 2 seasons. Let me have a look what exact timing it was. Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Everton, Bayern Munich. He was at Bayern for a bit, wasn't he? Napoli. Everton, yeah, 21st of December 2019. He took over as Everton manager. They were 11th in the table or 12th in the table. And they ended up finishing 12th in the table. He then signed a load of players and they finished 10th. That was it. That's what it was. He took over them in 11th. In December, they finished 12th. And then the next season, they signed a load of players, paid him a huge amount of money, and he finished 10th. It was a bit of a failure, really. Brought James Rodriguez to Everton and all. He did. For all the good it did. Again, I don't think Everton fans ever saw James Rodriguez, did they? He never actually played in front of Everton fans at Goodison. It's quite a shame, actually. But that is a very Everton type of thing. They sign, this wonderful player. They have a wonderful manager. They don't even get to see it in person. What do you think? What do you think would be of Arsenal if they got Ancelotti instead of Arteta? I think if they'd have kept Unai Emery instead of Arteta, they'd have been a lot more successful than they are. Welsh Wing, since Key is doing facts for each country, is he researching anime for the Japanese or Pokemon? Let me have a look. I'll flip forward. I can't remember what I did for Japan. Let me have a look. I'll tell you now. Well, I'm not going to tell you now. I don't want to ruin it, but... Neither. Neither. There's no anime or Pokemon facts in the Japan one. Hiller says Ancelotti made Calvert-Lewin look like a world-class striker. Yeah, I mean that was hard. That was hard going, wasn't it? Unai's proven twice he can't manage big teams. Europa is his lane. Mate, listen, we know that Unai Emery is a wonderful manager. I think it would be ambitious of you to say that with £1 billion net to spend and 7 years of patience, he wouldn't have delivered a Premier League title at least. A Premier League title and an FA Cup is all you've got out of Arteta in 7 years. I just refuse to believe that there's any sane football fan would believe that Arteta couldn't have been outdone with another manager. I think if Unai Emery had that approach, or that amount of time, money, patience, absolutely Unai Emery would have won at least the same, if not more. Man City, are you watching boxing or doing football? I'm not watching boxing. I think it's painfully boring to watch, I'll be honest with you. Especially the people who are boxing. They're not a patch on the boxers we had back in the day. So yeah, if it was someone really good like a Tyson, and I don't mean Tyson Fury, I'm talking Mike Tyson, Frank Bruno, Lennox Lewis, top boxers, Pacquiao, Mayweather. Watch them, not watching these garbage. Fucking Tommy Fury. Fucking Jake Paul, Logan Paul, all that shite. No way could you say Emery would have done better in that season. We lost the final to Chelsea. He needed 3 points from 3 easy games to finish fourth. He lost 2, drew 1. I don't know, but again, you've got to look at the team that he had. The team that he had wasn't amazing, and he didn't have a huge amount of money or time to build the squad in the same way that Arteta had. I am crew, been great this. First World Cup game I've been able to watch, and a great game for it. It's very good, yeah, it's been alright. What happened to football is happening to boxing, to be honest. Fighters afraid to get hit. I mean, that's life, innit? That's why you've got kids taking knives and guns out now. Cowards. Cowards taking knives and guns out. Why? Because they're scared for taking a punch. As Mr. Jones said, Mr. Jones in the film Friday, I don't know if you've seen the film Friday, but Mr. Jones said, Ice Cube's dad, he said, back in the day, this is all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. And that is exactly what it is. And now you got kids taking knives out, absolute cowards. What games are you doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, mate, we've got Germany versus Curaçao, Netherlands versus Japan, possibly Ivory Coast, Ecuador. Not sure about that one yet because it's like a midnight kickoff. And I'll have already done 2 games by that point. Another card, Roger Ibanez is booked. 2 cards now. I am flying towards this win. Are you doing Scotland at 2? I am, mate, yeah. I will be doing Scotland at 2 a.m. Haiti, Scotland. Also not strict enough laws on knives. Very true. Very true. Yeah. Stop and search powers. Get them increased. Anyone who's carrying one, immediate 10-year jail sentence. Key, what's your thoughts on Abdel Ezalzouli? Yeah, big miss for him. Yeah, Ezalzouli's a really talented winger. We watched quite a bit of him for Betis this year. I really thought we might see him come to the Prem. He's a really, really good player, but yeah, bad injury. Unfortunately, misses the World Cup. Mate, first the Jamaican accent and now Mr. Jones from Friday. Key dancing around the cancel button. Why? Why is the cancel button, Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones from Friday is fine. There's no cancel button there. That's all good. I could have done Debo. Gary says City of the North, Arteta has secured 500 million in prize money from the billion he spent so far. Yeah, that's not quite how it works. He's won 2 things, mate, in 7 years. Although one punch could be fatal as well. Oh yeah, listen again. You know you've got to be smart with these things. You don't get in fights unless you absolutely have to. You get divvies who go around looking for fights. Prince Rupert Wagwan, who scored Brazil's goal? Let's go. It was Vinicius Junior. Rupert Vinicius Junior. Rocket into the top corner. Don't forget Ricky Hatton, of course. Yeah, Ricky Hatton. What a fabulous boxer he was as well. I remember being in Vegas when it was Mayweather versus Pacquiao. I didn't go to Vegas specifically for that. It was just a happy coincidence, but it was a mad time. You could see there was loads of people just there for the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. Next time Mexico play, sing put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. You know you look good to me. Tabamoyo, how's it going, man? What do you reckon on Solis to Arsenal link? It's an interesting approach, that, from Arsenal. I think he's a decent player, Solis, but I'm not sure he's a Premier League ready, like, immediate starter. It's obviously a replacement for someone like Trossard. He's pacey, he's clever, does all right. Could be good. Am I going mad over Solis at Norwich? He was, yes, yeah, when he was a bit younger. Strike! Oh, what a save! And it's going to be another corner. Paquetá with an overhead kick there and a really good save from Bonu. Oh, come on! Tabamoyo, Key, who would you want to win the Premier League more, Man United or Arsenal? Arsenal. Yeah, comfortably. That's not even close. It's not even close. If it was Man United and Arsenal in a title race, you wouldn't believe how much I'd be cheering for the Gunners. I'd be all in on the Gunners. I'd get my Arsenal shirt out. The Arsenal fans would be all confused. Why has he got his Arsenal shirt out? I don't understand it. It's crazy. Go on, lad! Oh, nearly. Another corner. Is it? Marquinhos is saying no. Nah. Neymar's going to be coming on for the last 10 minutes every game. Possibly. So close. Nearly 2-1 Brazil. Shahid says Liverpool to do Diamond deal very soon, according to reports. I'm still not convinced. I'll be honest, I'm not convinced by Liverpool's approach at all this summer. I don't think it was the right decision to sack Slot. I don't think it was the right decision to appoint Areola. And if we end up paying 100 million for Jan Diamand, I don't think that'll be the right approach either. And I'm normally a very glass half full positive person when it comes to Liverpool. But ultimately, you know, it's not really panning out that way. I really hope I'm wrong though. Key, how can you say that when you're interested in paying for Diamand? Well, I'm not. I'm not interested in paying that for Diamand. Morocco, clear the ball away. And it is a free kick. I thought we was going to get another yellow card there. Not quite. Bryn says, Paul Joyce reporting Salah staying. Oh, please don't tell me that's the case. No, don't tell me that's the case. Please, no. We don't want Mo Salah to stay. He's an absolute snake. Oh, please don't say that. Honestly, I'm going to be absolutely devastated if Mo Salah's staying. Let me search this up, Bryn. Please don't be lying to me. Paul Joyce. Where are you? Paul Joyce, Paul Joyce. No, there's nothing on that. There's nothing on Mo Salah and Paul Joyce. Don't know where you've got that from. It was on Twitter. No, you must have been... There's nothing at all from Paul Joyce about Mo Salah, unless... He's not tweeted anything anyway about it. Yeah, there you go. Alex Crook. Alex Crook has just said... Alex Crook's the chief correspondent for TalkSport, and he's just said... There's nothing at all in the comments made by Mo Salah's teammate Ahmed El Shenawi, who said that the winger could stay at Liverpool. I'm telling you, there would be uproar if Mo Salah stayed at Liverpool. Be a terrible idea, truly terrible idea. Welsh Wing halftime quiz: A to Z of most South American player appearances in the Premier League. Ooh, I like that one. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Let me get my pen. Let me get my pen. Halftime quiz, courtesy of Welsh Wing. A to Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Right. Halftime quiz. Let me get the scores on the doors. Let me just make sure everyone can see what the actual quiz is about, so people don't come in and go, "Oh, you got an halftime quiz, Key? What's your quiz?" Let me put it on. Halftime quiz is A to Z of South Americans with most PL apps. Get your answers in the chat. Who have we got so far? A is not Allison. No. W is Willian. Yeah, we could have got that one. Willian, good shout. T is for Tevez. Excellent work. Firmino must be on there. Surely Firmino's on there. Is it not Allison? Really not Allison? P is Poyet. J is for Jesus. C's got to be Coutinho. R is for Richarlison. Is C not Coutinho? A, Anderson. I would have thought F for Firmino. O for Oscar, maybe. E for Edison. J for Janino. No, we've got Jesus. It can't be Janino. S for Solano. V for Valencia. These are all great. I like that. Not Coutinho. Gilberto, I guess whether or not it's Gilberto or Gilberto Silva there, isn't it? What about R for Rondon? Oh no, that's Richarlison, isn't it? Z for Zaha. Zaha's not from South America, mate. L is Luis. David Luiz. So that's L. S is Nobby Solano. Excellent shout, whoever said Nobby Solano. Oh, L's got to be Lucas Leiva. Yeah, that's a great shout. I like that. Alexis Sanchez. Could be. Zabaleta. Of course it's Zabaleta's got to be Z, hasn't he? Yeah, Lucas Leiva, Zabaleta, I'd be astonished if it isn't those. Can't be Suarez. Suarez was only in there a short time. I'm really surprised that C's not Coutinho, though. P for Palacios, maybe? P for Palacios? Was O Oscar? I've not had an answer back for O yet. I would imagine O is Oscar, maybe. Oh, yeah, L can't be Lucas Leiva because it's David Luiz. Really? David Luiz has had more Premier League appearances than Lucas. I'm gonna put this one to the test because he was in the Prem a real long time. 247 Premier League appearances for Lucas Leiva. Absolutely astonished if David Luiz beats that. 247 appearances in the Prem. David Luiz has 53 plus 79 plus 81. Oh, he might do actually. No, hang on. Chelsea, 81 plus 79 is what? It's 160 plus 53. No, he's not. He's not. Lucas Leiva. Lucas Leiva's got comfortably more than David Luiz. E is Edison, though. E is Edison. F was Fernandinho, of course. See, that makes sense. Fernandinho beating Firmino, I can get on board with. That makes sense. A for Aguero. Good shout, Paul Malone. F for Fred. Can't be Fred. Colaccini is a great shout. Valencia, maybe. V is Valencia. Right, we've got that. Could you be Leonardo Ulloa? Leonardo Ulloa, title winner for Leicester. Moise Caicedo. Jefferson Lerma. Can't be Lerma. Aguero's got to be A, hasn't he? We've already got W for Willian. So far, we've got W for Willian, V for Valencia, T for Tevez, S for Solano, R for Richarlison, P for Poyet, L for Douglas Luiz, although I'm Steward's inquiry, Lucas Leiva should be in there. U is Leonardo Ulloa. J for Jesus, F for Fernandinho, E for Edison, C for Colaccini. We need A, B, D, G, H, I. Gilberto Silva. Jonas Gutierrez. Jonas Gutierrez is not a bad shout. Argentinian. Zabaleta for Z has to be. No, A can't be Anderson, mate. Aguero's got more appearances than Anderson. Aurelio Gomez for G. Oh, that's a wonderful shout. Aurelio Gomez, yeah. Starting to think of goalkeepers, South American goalkeepers that we've had in the Prem. Argentinian goalkeepers. We had many Argentinians. It's only really Edison and Alisson Brazil-wise, haven't we? We've not had too many. Yeah, even David Luiz has got 241 Premier League appearances compared to Lucas's 247. Heinze, yeah, Gabriel Heinze could be a good one for H. Yeah, Gabriel Heinze, possible. Willy Caballero. We've already got Colaccini for Willy Caballero. Emi Martinez for M. Could be Emi Martinez, yeah. Which was the ones he said we haven't got? There was no letters for. No Q, X, or Y. No Q, X, or Y. It's got to have been a Brazilian player with a surname starting Q. Who have we missed? M is Martinez. M is Emiliano Martinez. Good shout. I would have thought David Luiz has more than Lucas. Wikipedia, mate. Wikipedia says that David Luiz has got 211 Premier League appearances. Lucas has got 247. What letters are we missing? According to me, I've got A, B, D, G, H, I, K, N, O, Q, X, Y, and Z. But I think some of those we actually haven't got. Zabaleta. I'm pretty confident there will be a Zabaleta. That one should be Z. I can't see there being another Z. Surprised we haven't had an X. Have we really not had an X or a Y? Was it X, Y, and Q, the ones that we haven't had? X, Y, and Q. Did we have R? Yeah, we had Richarlison. A was Aguero and Zabaleta. Right, Zabaleta's right. Aguero. There's no X, no Y, and no Q, you said. So we're now waiting on O, N, K, I, H, J, D, and B, right? So, yeah, we're now waiting on that. B. I'm trying to think of B's. How many B's have we even had? B. South Americans don't tend to have names starting with B, do they? Bernard for Everton. How long was he in the Prem? Not very long. Any RGs? Buendia. Maybe Buendia. Buendia was in with Norwich for a while. Could be Buendia. Oscar. Kleberson. Kleberson's not a terrible shout. Yeah. Terrible. Not a terrible shout at all. Yeah, I honestly, I couldn't tell you about the other ones. Jemba, Oscar, Denilson. I mean, did he have that many appearances in the Prem? Denilson? Don't think he did he? Not a huge amount anyway. Luis Diaz. What about Luis Diaz, of course? Colombia, Luis Diaz. B is Buendia and N is Nunes. I wouldn't have said that. What about Luis Diaz then for D? Surely it's Luis Diaz. Oh, is not Oscar. That's crazy. Oh, is not Oscar. Oh, is not Oscar. Jesus Christ. Who else have we had in the Prem that with a surname starting O? Surname starting O in the Prem that's played more games than Oscar. Oh, that's a really tough one. It's really tough. D is Diaz. Okay, we've got Luis Diaz. Otamendi. Yeah, Otamendi's not a bad shout. Otamendi's not a terrible shout. Otamendi, maybe. So then we're looking for K, I, G, and H. Oh, is Otamendi. Nice work, people. Well done. I wouldn't have got that one. Would never have got that. I. Fucking hell, I. Ignacio or something like that. I'm trying to think of like Italian, Argentinian, Italian sounding names. Insua. Insua was one for us. He didn't really play that much. I think he would have been the answer, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll struggle with that one. Insua, yeah. Iturbe's not a bad shout. I mean, again, he was only in the Prem a really short time. G earlier was Gutierrez. Sorry, G was Jonas Gutierrez. Nice. K and I left. Who was H? Who was H? I haven't got H. So we're waiting on K, you said. And it's not Kleberson. A player surname starting K, and it isn't Kleberson. Ki Sung Young was Swansea. Yeah, he was. I know, but he wasn't South American. It's got to be maybe RGs. There's only the RGs and the Brazilians who've had that many. K. Kennedy? Kennedy could be an option, maybe. K was Kennedy? Yeah, oh, we got it. And then there's H and I. Who was H? Heinzer. So it's just I left, and we've not got I. I. We said in sewer. If it's not in sewer, I don't know. I. If it ain't in sewer, I don't know. I'm lost. VAR check on Gutierrez. He's got 143. Aurelio Gomez 195. Yeah, Aurelio Gomez and Lucas Leiva I think probably should be in there, but hey, we'll let him off. We'll let him off. The quizmaster's always right. Ilano was an E. Nice try, but Ilano was an E. I'll give you a clue. He played for Brighton for 3 years. Izquierdo. Was Izquierdo South American? I don't think he's got a very South American sounding surname, but I don't think he was. Izquierdo. Wouldn't have said him at all. Key, who was W? W was Willian. I'll go through them in a second. There you go. I is Izquierdo, formerly of Brighton. That's an interesting one. Really enjoyed that quiz. And it's timed perfectly because we're back out for the second half now. Excellent. Nice work, Welsh Wing. Nice work, everyone. Vuyo, I'm getting sleepy now. Any advice? Have something to eat. Have something to eat. It tells your body, your circadian rhythm, that we're staying awake a little bit longer. Kind of resets everything. Have something to eat. Have something small. Have a piece of toast. Have a bowl of cornflakes. We've been talking about that on the channel. We're going to end up getting them sponsoring us, aren't we? Alfie, mate, chill out, lad. I know you're not getting much attention at home, mate, but please just chill out. Christ, spamming the same fucking comments over and over again. Lad, it's fucking 12 at night. Get to bed, soft lad. Great quiz. Here we go. Are you going through the list again, Kit? I will, yes. So, the list is A for Aguero, B for Buendia, C for Colaccini, D for Diaz, E for Edison, F for Fernandinho, G was Gutierrez, question mark over that, should be Aurelio Gomez possibly, H for Gabriel Heinzer, I is Izquierdo, J for Jesus, K for Kennedy, L for David Luiz, but it should be Lucas Leiva, red mark on that one. Martinez is M, Nunez was N, Otamendi O, Poyet was P, Richarlison, Solano, Tevez, Leonardo Ulloa, Valencia, Willian, and Zabaleta. They are the ones that we had for the South American players, A to Z, with the most appearances in the Premier League. Nice work. And with that said, let's get stuck back in to the game. Literally a Man United player playing for Morocco and a Liverpool player playing for Brazil. Yeah, they're not the smartest, are they, mate? Corner kick here for Brazil. This is what we want. Come on, I need corners for Brazil and I need a goal in the second half, preferably for Brazil. Weird seeing you on this late. You'll be seeing me on again. I'll be on until about 4 o'clock, mate. I'm live for the Haiti-Scotland game as well. It's hard work rejigging your whole sleep, though. Here we go. Corner kick to Brazil. Right-footed. It's going to be an outswinger. No, it's a left-footed in-swinger. Oh, it's another corner, is it? We'll take that, sir. Thank you. That's what we want. How are you finding the game so far? All right. Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I didn't stream the Qatar-Switzerland game earlier. I just watched it. And I've got to say, I think the quality was absolutely dreadful. Like, truly, truly dreadful. Left-footed in-swinger. Far post. Comes all the way over to Vinny on the far side. Excellent defending that. Really, really good defending by Morocco. Have you put a camp bed in that office key? Not quite, mate. No. I have got a bed close by, but it's not here. As soon as the game's finished, I'll be getting back in my pit. But the sad thing is, the frustrating thing is, I'm sleeping separately to the wife for the entire World Cup tournament, because obviously it's not really fair to her and my little girl for me to be like rolling in at 6 a.m. after these games have finished and waking all them up. So I have got a little, it's like a camp bed arrangement for the next 6 weeks. I'm like a divorced husband. In the Qatar national team, if the Qatar national team were in a domestic league in England, would you go and watch them against Prescott Cables? They wouldn't be that good. Honestly, they were awful, weren't they? Do you know what, though? Saying that, Switzerland were dreadful as well. The Swiss were absolutely horrific. Hakimi's gone down crying again. CG says, sad story about cornflakes in my hometown. There was a Kellogg's plant that employed nearly 1,000 people. That corporate decided to move to the States due to the Canadian dollar and a couple of other factors. Very sad, isn't it? Very sad. Sonny, what channel is the Scotland game on? Is it BBC or ITV? Not a clue, mate. Couldn't tell you. Might be divorced by the end of this tournament, Key, all these late nights. No, she's very supportive, to be fair. I think she's enjoying her own. I think she's enjoying her own space rather than me snoring next to her. I didn't see the game because I was at work, but the Swiss penalty looked like a mess. Switzerland missed an absolute hatful of chances in the game, and Qatar ended up scoring with, maybe one of their only chances in the game, and dead late on. Like, it was a great moment for Qatar. Like, that's a historic moment for them in football terms, but it was... Oh, yeah, it was a really, really silly moment. Premier League single, Dad, in 6 weeks. The Matchday Tavern's closing down due to a divorce. The Swiss kicked like 5 right at the keeper. They did. Yeah, I mean, a few people said to me that, the Qatar keeper did really well, didn't he? And I was like, well, yeah, but... if you're not saving them ones, you'd have been shocked if he'd have conceded them. Here's Vinny down the left-hand side. Go on, Brazil. Go on. In the area. Ball pulled back. Cleared away. Tavern is not a bad place to go for divorced parents. A single bloke's key. I know, it is pretty common, isn't it, to be fair. Did they show the automated offside image yet for the Swiss offside? I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Haven't FIFA admitted they messed up? Well, apparently they also have admitted that they messed up on the game last night, the USA game. USA-Paraguay, they shouldn't have used VAR. Do you know when the Almiron it was, wasn't it? Almiron skipped past Tim Ream. Tim Ream dove in, but didn't actually touch him. Almiron went down. Tim Ream got a booking, and there was a free kick for Paraguay. The game went on. The referee allowed the taking of the free kick, and then all of a sudden the game just stopped, and people were like, what's going on here? And it turned out that he'd brought the thing back to take the yellow card back off Tim Ream, And that was the right decision. But it's just mad that they took the yellow card off him. Strike! Oh! Jesus, tonight. What happened there? The cameraman lost control of what was going on. Kieran, what's the stadium attendance looking like? Key can't be arsed turning the TV on. It's a little bit better. Yeah. A little bit better. Maybe a bit easier to get to because it's New York as well. It's at the MetLife Stadium, this one. So yeah, it's not a bad attendance. Bit better than what we've seen so far. Great play down the right-hand side. Pull back. Morocco clear it away. It does seem like it's a little bit more Brazil coming into the game now. This is what we want. Gotta say, I do like Ancelotti's World Cup trim. I need to get mine done tomorrow. I've got to go and get me... Definitely got to go and get me a haircut tomorrow. Starting to look like Macy Gray. Little pork chop sideburns. Dr. Wright, so you're not watching Eddie Hall and Tommy Fury? What gave it away, mate? All the football kits behind me. No flies on you. I am crew. If Brazil win the World Cup, does that cement Ancelotti as the best manager ever? Probably. Yeah, I do think he's up there, isn't he? Incredible manager. Brazil up the other end. Should be a free kick, is it? No. Vinny. What are you doing there, Thiago? English thought you would have showed a bit of support. I have no interest in it, mate. No interest in it. Very supportive equals. So you want to change your schedule so we basically never see each other. Fully behind that idea. Let's just lock you away in this room here. To be fair, no. The thing is, because of the kickoff times, I'm awake watching the games while she's in bed with my little girl and whatever. And then we'll go and pick her up together after school. And sometimes, well, yeah, I wouldn't be able to be awake for dropping her off in the morning. But I go and pick her up after school. We spend a few hours together, maybe have tea together. And then I'm awake. That's me done then. I'm awake through the night and they go to bed. Will says the final isn't at silly o'clock, is it? It's not, mate. No, the final's 8 o'clock. The two semi-finals are at 8 o'clock UK time. The third place playoff is a 10 p.m. kickoff, though, bizarrely. But there are quarterfinals that are at silly o'clock. So you've got a quarterfinal which kicks off at 2 a.m. UK time. I think there's also one that kicks off at midnight as well. Brendan, I know, okay, I'm only joking. I know, man, I was only playing. Sorry. Great ball, pull back. Excellent defending. That's better. Much better from Brazil. Need a goal in this second half. Come on. England will be out before the quarters, to be fair. I think so as well. The way they're going. No, do you know what? I disagree. I do think England will do okay. Egbert, when is the World Cup final, Key? It's the 19th of July. 19th of July, 8 p.m. UK time. Thoughts on the England equipment getting robbed? It wasn't me. Not guilty, Your Honour. Pete, I wonder what the attendances would be if they held it in a country that liked soccer. Isn't it? Do you know, it does make me laugh that the USA have got this tournament awarded to them. I mean, admittedly, I know that it's Mexico and Canada as well this time. But the US have had this tournament in some guys twice in 30 years. There or thereabout. 32 years. England, which is, you know, the birthplace of the beautiful game, and we've got, like, so much interest in the sport. Even our, like, fifth tier. We sell out our fifth tier level. So, for me, it's crazy that England haven't had a World Cup since 1966. It's baffling. We've got all the infrastructure. England really should have had another World Cup. Don't we have the next Euros? We do, yes. The Euros in 2028 is jointly awarded to the UK. So, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, even Republic of Ireland, I think, are involved, and obviously England as well. There's 4 nations that are involved in hosting it. and I think it's basically the British Isles, because obviously you can't say UK because Republic of Ireland aren't UK, but it's the British Isles that are hosting the Euros in 2028. And the interesting thing is that there's only two places that have been awarded for host participation. So what's been decided is that rather than not go through qualifying, what's going to happen is England, Ireland, Wales, Northern Ireland and Scotland will all go through. Oh no, Republic of Ireland aren't in it, are they? Republic of Ireland aren't hosting it. I stand corrected, sorry. Republic of Ireland aren't hosting it. It's just the UK. But there's only two places that are being awarded to hosts. So basically, if there's a world where, let's say, England qualify, Scotland qualify, but Wales and Northern Ireland don't, then the host places will be awarded to Wales and Northern Ireland. But if there is a world where Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland don't qualify via normal qualifying, then only two of them will be at the tournament, which is mad, isn't it? Next World Cup is in Saudi too, so that will be another winter tournament, possibly. I would imagine so. Yeah, can't really host that in the middle of summer over there. Jointly awarded to the UK and Republic of Ireland, not all the UK. Oh, well, there you go. I don't know, but either way, there's only four spaces. There's only two spaces for the hosts. Here's Vinny. Fabinho. 3-star. At my time of life now at 59, starting to believe I'll never see England host a World Cup in my lifetime. Well, you'll have seen 2 Euros, mate, won't you? You'll have seen Euro 96 and you'll see it next year. 2028. You'll see that. Adam holding the final on a Sunday is criminal. You'll be full off your roast as well, won't you? Imagine it's England, though. Imagine it's England, right, in the final on a Sunday night, and people are expected to go into work the next day on a Monday. Yeah. How many people are going to phone in sick on that Monday? July the 20th. Monday, July the 20th is going to be National Phone-In Sick Day. With the travel times in this World Cup, all of Europe could host it jointly. Yeah, that's true. Best stadium in the UK has to be Wales. What, the Millennium? The Millennium was brilliant. When we had the FA Cup finals there, I always thought that was well better than Wembley. Kia will call an emergency bank holiday. He'll have to. There'll be no people going into work on that day. Hey, cheers, Jake. Thanks, mate. What a guy. My son's birthday as well on the 20th. Hopefully England don't win. I'll be hanging. Oh, Bouhaddi. Excellent play. Excellent play from Bouhaddi. And Bonu. This is really, really clever play from Morocco. It'd be a bank holiday, I reckon. I know, but you know what? All right, well, let's say we get to the final and lose. It's not going to be a bank holiday if we lose the final, is it? But people will still have gone out and got bladdered. They'll have been out drinking all day. Here is Matheus Cunha and Lucas Paquetá going off. Saudi Arabia hosts the 2034 World Cup. Oh, sorry, yes, you're right. Yeah, Saudi Arabia is 2034, Will. 2030 is Portugal, Spain, Morocco, right? It's Portugal, Spain, Morocco, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Dublin has 3 games. There's more to Ireland than this. If 3 don't qualify, how will they decide who gets the places? If 3 don't qualify, apparently it goes to the highest ranked teams in qualifying. So, yeah. I mean, I think that would be the nightmare. That would be the embarrassing scenario if they don't somehow get all the hosts of the tournament at the major tournament. That would be a humiliating thing. So, they can only award 2 places to the hosts. So what they've said is they're going to do, all of the teams will still go through qualifying, but if 2 of them fail to make it through qualifying, then they'll get that place awarded to them. But obviously, if 3 don't make it through qualifying, then there's a real problem. They've got a problem on their hands at that point. Alan Partridge, you know it, mate. You caught it. Can't get that McTominay song out my head. Hampden Park kinda sucks. But I will go there anyway. Leave the accent to Steve Coogan. Enough of that British Isles nonsense too. It's the Irish Isles, if anything. The Emerald Isle. The Emerald Isle. I need to do more Partridge-style commentary for the actual goals in this tournament. Goal! That was liquid football. Isn't it Portugal, Spain, and Uruguay? 100th anniversary of the World Cup, mate. They can't host a World Cup in 3 countries, 2 of which are on different continents. It's not Portugal, Spain, and Uruguay. There's no way. Fabinho's bust his lip. He's going off here, I think. Yeah, it can't be Portugal, Spain, and Uruguay. Surely not. That would be a logistical nightmare. Yeah, no chance. Oh my God. As if that's actually true. 2030 tournaments to be held across 6 countries in 3 continents. Oh my God, that is mental. Spain, Portugal, Morocco, Uruguay, Argentina and Paraguay. As if that's true. That's mental. Spain, I thought it was just Spain, Portugal and Morocco, but they're... Oh, see, that's stupid. Why are they just doing ridiculous decisions? That's so... That is the most FIFA thing, that. Oh, yeah, let's not actually award it to a host. Why don't we just award it to... Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if the 2038 World Cup gets awarded to, like, the Faroe Islands and Australia jointly. The Falklands and the Vatican City, 2042. A World Cup should be hosted in one country. I agree. Hey, Dan the Travel Man. All right, how are you, mate? I'm very good, sir. How are you? It makes sense for it to just be in Uruguay to celebrate the 100th anniversary of them winning it. Fine with that. Talby to score the winner. Yeah, a couple of changes for Morocco. We're still waiting on... I need a goal in the second half. And I need a card. We've had 2 cards. 2042 World Cup it'll be, won't it? I think. That's right. 2042 World Cup has been awarded to planet Earth. 2 nations can work, Korea and Japan. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind 2 nations, but I'd just draw the line at 6 nations across multiple continents. Is just mad. Great Clint Eastwood accent, Key. Key, you staying up for the Scotland game? I am, mate, yes. I am. Assuming I don't fall asleep before it with this one. Egbert, how many games you streaming tomorrow, mate? 2 so far. Maybe a 3rd. I'm not sure yet. I'm hesitant on either Ivory Coast and Ecuador. Oh! What's the other one? What's the other one that's on? Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and... There's another game that's tomorrow at 3 a.m, I think. 3 a.m. kick. It's Sweden, isn't it? Yeah, Sweden, Tunisia, 3 a.m. I might do Sweden, Tunisia at 3 a.m, possibly. Maybe. Maybe that's the one. I might do... I'm going to do Germany, Curaçao, Netherlands, Japan, and then I might go to bed for a couple of hours and then wake up and do Sweden, Tunisia. Are you staying up for Australia, Turkey? No, mate. 5 a.m, that can get in the bin. Absolutely not. You want to be able to say Portugal 2030 or Australia 20... Yeah, that's it. And not have to name 19 countries. But yeah, Japan versus the Dutch tomorrow. Germany, Curaçao. Again, big chance there for Brazil. Back stick. Lots and lots of chances, but just not really enough going. They've kind of killed the game, Morocco. They've done really well. Time zones for an Australia World Cup would be horrid. Can't be any worse than this one. This referee, low-key, looks like Bear Grylls and Mark Clattenburg combined. Shahid, that sounds good. Key tomorrow's fixtures. I think I'd like to have done, don't get me wrong, and I'd love to have done Germany, Curaçao, Netherlands, Japan, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, and then Sweden, Tunisia, but you can't do 4 in a row. You really can't do 4 in a row. Will, is there anywhere that's not hosted a World Cup yet that you'd love to see host one? Do you know what? Scandinavia. I feel like if you had I don't think there's not been a World Cup hosted in like Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland. There's not been a World Cup that way, has there? Like a Winter World Cup. I think that'd be amazing. North Korea, Sudan, and Chechnya hosting 96 teams in an expanded World Cup. Yeah, no problem at all with that. Singapore would be interesting. Haiti, bloody hell. Haiti. The British Virgin Islands. They've never had the stadiums to be able to host it. But they do now. They've got great infrastructure in Scandinavia. It's a beautiful part of the world. Denmark. I'm 12% Swedish, according to my DNA. I didn't know how... I've got no heritage from Sweden or Scandinavia as far as I'm aware. But yeah, apparently my DNA says that I'm 12% Swedish. How accurate that is, there you go. Thailand. Final in Koh Samui. Good shout. Scandinavia to make a great job of it too, I think. Yeah, imagine the final in Helsinki. You could have it across all of Scandinavia. It'd be a fantastic event. Some great stadiums in that part of the world. Copenhagen, Oslo. Malmö Stadium's quite cool. I've been to Malmö Stadium. Brøndby Stadium and Copenhagen Stadium are both very close to each other. You can have a great... Honestly, Copenhagen would be a phenomenal city for a World Cup. That'd be brilliant. Loads of bars. Great fun. Fabulous place. We need the World Cup hosted in Ibiza. Jesus Christ, I think you'd have half of England in jail over there after that. The Antarctic and the players fall over anyway, so put them on ice and snow. Mercury World Cup 2099, joint hosted by Kenya and Chakondis. Where's Chakondis? Greece would be a cool one as well. The Greeks are massively into their football. And that would be like an ancient Greece, like a real... Yeah, there's some fantastic, real theatres of football in Greece. Athens, Olympiakos, Panathinaikos. Some beautiful parts. You could maybe even extend it to like Greece and Cyprus, maybe. What about somewhere like Colombia? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Argentina have hosted a World Cup as well, haven't they? Once Argentina was sure they had the final in Buenos Aires. Didn't it? Was that 70? Was that 74? That one was it? No, it wasn't 74. Can't remember. They have hosted. I'm sure they've hosted one, haven't they? Wasn't that when Mario Kempes they won it? Morocco in the box, strike corner. Morocco. Turkey and Greece, mate. That's it. Yeah, Turkey and Greece would be phenomenal. What about Croatia? Yeah, a Balkan World Cup would be cool. Yeah, Croatia. Get Bosnia involved. Getting the band back together. Yugoslavia. Unite the Balkans. Cartels out there would be mad in Colombia. Last 18 minutes of normal time. Are we going to get a goal in this one? I can't do it to you, brother. It's a version of a D's nuts joke. You got this in the mail today. D's nuts. Argentina 78. That was the one, David. Apologies. Yeah, not 74, 78. It was the one that Mario Kempes won. I remember the tape falling. I'm sure it was, wasn't it? Daniel Passarella, Mario Kempes, the great Argentina side, 78. Key, do you think Munoz will be a good signing for us? No, mate. Dreadful. Absolutely appalling signing. Turkey and Greece hate each other. That won't work. Listen, there's a lot of nations bloody don't love each other, and there's rivalries going on. Don't think it'd stop them necessarily hosting a tournament. Facts, the hate is huge. Give it Iraq, Iran and Afghanistan. I actually wouldn't mind maybe. What is going on here? Why is I Show Speed walking along the... Fucking hell. It does... It's so annoying. Canada and Mexico adore their neighbour. CGLC probably come together in the name of money. South Korea and North Korea literally joint hosted the Olympics. Don't know how you get around free movement into North Korea, mind. Here we go. Ball down the left-hand side. Morocco. Into the area. Keep them out, Brazil. Cleared away. 16 to go. And that's where they announce reunification. Trojan horse. We lure him in. We've got him. We've got him. Be a nice idea to bring the World Cup to a country recovering from war, give them loads of investment and a boost, maybe joint with another country to help it along. Lebanon and Egypt, for example. Or I can't imagine anything worse than a World Cup in Egypt. Honestly. It's so bad. So bad for, like, touts and stuff, and it's just pestered everywhere. I've never known you anywhere as bad as Egypt for that. I imagine that in a World Cup as well, because it's... Oh, it'd be so tough. So tough. Plus, you're just guaranteed food poisoning whenever you go to Egypt as well. Will, to be fair, if you look at pictures of North Korea, it's gorgeous. Shame it's so closed off. Yeah, there's certainly some beautiful buildings. I mean, they've got that big building, haven't they, in North Korea that looks like amazing from the outside, and it's all lit up. But when you walk in it, it's an actual building site. We need to see Iran and US face off for healing. Well, remember they played each other in '98, didn't they? I think Mehdi, I don't know if you might not remember the Iranian player, Mehdi Mardavikia. I think he scored. There was Ali Daei, the great Iranian who played for Bayern Munich. But yeah, Iran played USA in France 98 and I think beat him. Yeah, that was the one. There you go. Shahid remembers it. I remember it was a great goal. Robert, why do you think Victor Munoz will be a bad signing? I'm curious. I'm only playing, mate. I'm sure it'll be a fabulous signing. If peace comes to Ukraine, maybe a Germany-Poland World Cup with Ukraine getting a couple of games, yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm all for anything to help parts of the world afflicted by war. But I think if you've also got to make the world accessible and the World Cup accessible in a way that maybe this one hasn't been quite as accessible. India, yeah, like India, huge country. China, a World Cup in China should pop, shouldn't it? They've got brilliant stadiums, you know, massive, like, great infrastructure. It's a wonderful country. China could work. China would be a great World Cup. Yeah, I'm surprised we've not had a World Cup in China, to be honest. The turn from Talby a few minutes ago was slick, but the final touch let him down. He's done all right since he's come on, but we've got 13 minutes left. 13 minutes to go. Brazil, Vinicius, ball pulled back, strike! Oh! Rafinha with the effort. What are we saying? Should just go back to Germany and do Germany and Poland. And Will says, have the Dutch ever hosted a World Cup? No, they've never hosted a World Cup. They did host the Euros. Euro 2000 was Netherlands and Belgium, wasn't it? But no, they've never actually had a World Cup, the Dutch. Why haven't they tried to go to China so they can qualify and start spending on football? Should do. Yeah. Seems like getting China into football is more important than trying to get the Americans again. Elon Musk wants the World Cup hosted on the moon. Here we go. Morocco making some more changes. I was expecting more from this game after that Vinny equaliser. It's kind of tailed off, hasn't it? It's been a bit flat after that Vinny equaliser. It's not been brilliant. Apparently Sweden hosted one in 58, but that was the only Scandi country to host one. And I'd like to see, Scandinavia maybe get amongst it. Mazraoui and El Kanous going off. Salah Adin and Amai Mooney coming on. Salah Adin, 13:45. I'll be surprised if anyone gets that reference. We might need to have it on the moon, the only place cool enough in the summer. Bruno Guimaraes is coming off. Virgin Islands World Cup. Don't think you get away with that one. I don't know about the American Virgin Islands. I've been to the British Virgin Islands. I went just after they'd just had a hurricane. And it was... madness. Literally, it looked like... I think the hurricane had happened about 3, 4, 5 years previous when we actually went. But it looked like it had happened yesterday. Nothing had changed. And basically, all that they told us when we got there, we got to the British Virgin Islands, and they basically said to us that when the hurricane happened, it knocked down one of the main walls at the only jail on the island. And basically all the prisoners just walked out and they haven't got them back. There's now just no jail on the island. Every prisoner that had gone to jail, everything from robbers to murderers to everything in between had gone to jail in the British Virgin Islands, and they were out. They were out just because of a hurricane. Fahim, Kiyu, sleepy. Nah, I'm all right, mate. I'm okay. I'll be all right for Scotland, Haiti, I think. The wind amnesty. That's the one. Come on, Vinny. This is a big moment for Brazil if they can get this right. Rafinha. Come on. I need a goal. Desperately need a goal. Danilo. Tommy Fury beat Eddie Hall. Great. Fantastic. In the area. Go on, lad. It's going to be a corner, referee. Yep, corner to Brazil. Come on. Key, I'm so excited for the Scotland game. Can't wait. Yeah, it'll be a good one. Be a good watch, that one. Switzerland hosted the World Cup in 54. And Britain and Ireland World Cup. Sick of waiting for Ireland to get there on merit, so just squeeze us in there. Has he give the corner? I don't think he has he? Goal kick. India are a superpower, but do they have the facilities to host a World Cup? China probably do. There's parts of India, certainly, that would be, that could certainly host a World Cup. Whether or not they've got the necessary infrastructure to, welcome millions of people, millions of football fans from around the world, and no, I'm not sure about that. I've watched an awful lot of travel vlogs in and around India. Oh, this is a bad shout. Oh, so close. Morocco playing with fire. The ball got played back to the goalkeeper. Luckily for Issa, Diop, Bonu was there off his line and ready to clear it away. Rafinha was very close to getting it in. Yeah, I just don't think India personally would be a phenomenal shout for a World Cup just yet. Maybe in future if they. The thing is with India, there's not a massive interest in football really as a sport. Like it's just not. Cricket's their game, isn't it? They don't really, for such a huge country, they've not produced any footballers really. I think there's only one footballer from India played in the Premier League, isn't there? Pete, I think I remember hearing something about that on the news, the prison, I mean. To be honest, we got told about it as we landed, like, in the British Virgin Islands, and it was like, oh, right, okay, so there's just like, active robbers and murderers that are just loose on the island. Not doing anything. No, the police haven't got the resources to go and catch him. All right, okay. When did this happen? Like 3 years ago. Oh, fair enough. That makes sense then, I guess. It's fair enough. The VAR overturned the corner kick correctly. Did it really? Are we having VAR for corner kicks here now? I haven't seen that either. Virgin Islands is just the tax evaders and the fraudsters key. No, not on the island. It's not, mate. I mean, it's known for that. There's obviously, Richard Branson's got an island in that part. We saw that one. What's his island called again? We was very close to it. I think we sailed past it. Richard Branson's island that he owns. I can't remember what it's called now. Someone will tell me, I'm sure, in the chat. Anyway. But yeah, the island itself, it's, it's full of, it's very, very impoverished. It's, it's not a well-to-do place at all. Little St. John, it's not Epstein's Island. I'd be on a plane straight out. You couldn't, there was no planes. It was all the boat, we was just there just went to the beach. Branson Island, what's Richard Branson's island called? Going to do me head in that now, so I've got to find out what it's called. Necker, that's it. There you go, Necker Island. Necker Island. Morocco play the ball out to defence. Really good play. And Brazil win it back. 5 to go. Can we get a late winner in this one? Any chance? I need a card. I still need a card. I'm getting desperate now. Desperately need a card and desperately need a late goal from Brazil. Egbert Key, you said you think Spain would win the World Cup, but who would you want to win it? Honestly, don't care. Honestly, I've no interest. It doesn't bother me who wins it. I don't feel strongly about England winning it. I don't feel strongly about anyone winning it because I don't feel any attachment to any of the countries here. I'm just enjoying the football, mate. So yeah, I'm not supporting any country. I don't care. I actually would quite like Haiti or Curacao or a nation that's never won it before. I would love. I love the underdog. I think that's something we've learned. I've watched a lot of football and I do tend to favour the underdog. So, yeah, if we get a country who goes far, who hasn't won the World Cup before, I'll end up supporting them. Ireland apparently has more Olympic medals than India, and that's absolutely crazy when you consider the population difference. Yeah, it's there. That is, it's mad, isn't it? It is mad. It's crazy when you look at the population size of countries like Argentina consistently produce unbelievable footballers, and it's it is a small nation relative to India, China, Russia. And if you was to do an all-time 11 of India, China, Russia, you'd struggle for the best. You know, try and do an all-time 11 for India, China, Russia. Even throw the US in there, balls to it. An all-time 11 from those countries, and then one for Argentina. It's not really they're not really football nations. Has to do with the football culture. I know, but you know what? You'd think that there would be more of a, because it's, there's colours, there's singing, there's chanting, there's dancing, there's body paint. Like, look at Africa. Africans massively embrace football and football culture. I don't see why Russians and the Chinese and the Indians maybe wouldn't embrace it in the same way. But it doesn't, it hasn't happened yet for whatever reason. Maybe it will. Maybe it is just due to marketing. I mean, it feels like every year you see Premier League teams going for tours in China, tours in Russia, tours in, India or wherever they've gone and, let's try and drum up some interest in the sport. Doesn't really seem to have done a huge amount, does it? Come on. I'm dying for a card here. Give me a card. Give me anything. I need a card so badly. And 6 minutes added time. Can you believe that with a population of 213 million, Brazil can't produce talent like they used to? Why don't we see another Ronaldinho, R9 or Cafu anymore? What has gone wrong? I guess I'd probably say it's more due to... Again, if you think about... I mean, I don't know. Brazil culturally probably hasn't changed that much. Like, there's still kids playing football on the beach and, around the favelas and stuff like that. There's still poverty and... That's not really changed. So you'd imagine, I don't know, maybe it's. Do you know what it probably is? It probably is the fact that we've given kids FIFA and we've given kids stuff to do now, so they're not out on the streets playing football. I do wonder if I'd have grown up in a different time. Like, kids nowadays, what do kids do nowadays when it's school? When school finishes, they're straight onto thingy, aren't they? They're straight onto PS5 and FIFA and whatever else they play, GTA, Red Dead Redemption. 10 minutes added time. Bang, there's still time. Come on, we need a yellow card. Yellow card and a Brazil goal. Whereas when I finished school, as soon as I finished school for the summer holidays, for 6-7 weeks, I was never in the house. Brazil are in! Hit it! Oh, why have you not shot there? Why have they not shot there? Oh. That was such a big chance for Brazil. Yeah, they just that's for me is what it is. Like, we used to just go out. I used to get up at like 8, 9 in the morning, not even have breakfast, just go out, fill a big bottle of like dilute pop, like Robinson's fruit juice or something, take that out with me. And I was out then until about 9 o'clock at night. As soon as the street lights came on, that was the rule. Then it was back home, and I was going playing football for like 12 hours. That's what we used to do, and that's why England produces footballers, because that's what kids do over here, and it was the same in Brazil. But if you give kids loads of... that was because we never had anything. We never had it. Key needs a last-minute winner, shirt off. Oh, shirt is absolutely off if Brazil scored here. Oh, James, leg it, soft lad. Just block him. Absolute donut. Mateus Cunha with the corner. Floated in. Too easy, that. Far too easy. Oh, that's going to be another corner. We'll take it. Cunha again to whip it in. Danilo coming forward. Ball whipped in. Oh, edge of the box. Rafinha. Vinny. Oh, here we go. Big chance. Hit it. Oh, straight at the keeper from Danilo. 3-star. I'm giving the Scotland game a miss, key. Got to do some DIY tomorrow that needs me use a mitre saw and other power saws and tools. So getting some kip is a must. Very wise move. Yeah, don't be doing power tools when you're knackered, mate. I agree. I absolutely agree. Take it easy, man. Yeah, you get yourself to bed. I'll catch you maybe on tomorrow's stream. Long ball forward, Morocco. Will, I'm also giving the Scotland game a miss. I've got a job interview at 11:30 tomorrow. Oh, nice. Nice. Good luck for that, mate. Wonderful. I hope you get it. I'm sure you will. What kind of job interview is it? Alisson to recreate his goal against West Brom. Corner ball to Morocco. Up on the Bailgate in Lincoln. Mr. Cernables, I need one of those job interviews. Put your mind to it, mate. Loads of jobs available. Absolutely loads of jobs available. Worked in recruitment for 15 years. Believe me, you can get a job dead easy. Assuming you're obviously flexible enough and want to work hard, you can find work. DJ Sonny Baines, my dream job would be an infantry soldier in the army. Oh, they'll love you. You can go and join the army, mate. Yeah, why not? If that's what you want to do, go and do it. Ball whipped in. Morocco, far post. Brazil headed away. 5 to go. First Morocco corner. Well, I had Brazil to win the corners, but I just need a goal second half. Desperately need a goal second half. And I need a card. Card's more likely. I'm in Ghana, not the UK. Well, that does make it a little bit more problematic. Yeah, I can't help you in Ghana, sadly, mate. But I don't know what the Accra job market is like. Assuming you're in Accra, I don't know whereabouts in Ghana you are. Maybe it's a little bit different to the UK. Pete, this result is bad for Scotland. Brazil might need something from the last game. Why is it bad for Scotland? It's not bad for Scotland if they beat Haiti. At the end of the day, 3 points is all you really need to qualify in this World Cup. You'll probably qualify with 3 points. That's because of the fact that you can qualify as one of the best third place teams. 3 points probably gets you. Oh, that's going to be a free kick. Get him booked, ref. Get him booked. Get Fabinho booked. Cricket must be totally dominant. I think it is, yeah. I did clip him there. 3.5 to go. There's dancing in the stands from the Brazilians, but honestly, been a bit of a flat second half, hasn't it? Mate, how is Amrabat only 29? There's no way Amrabat's 29. I'm not having that. Sofian Amrabat. Been around for a long time, him, hasn't he? As if he is. Born in the Netherlands as well, Amrabat. Alisson Becker. Come on, 3 minutes to go. Alisson launches it long. And it's straight through to Bonu. Shocking. Fucking hell, this is grim. This is absolutely grim. Give me a card. Give me something. Take it easy, 3-star. Why are you desperate for a card? Why do you think, Jack? Use that big old brain of yours, mate. Why do you think? Why would anyone normally care about getting a card in the 8th minute of added on time in a game that's 1-1? It's the only reason I can think of. I keep forgetting top 3 can qualify. So's kids late. I'll let you off, mate. It happens. It happens. Ball out to the right-hand side. Here's Hakimi. Morocco driving forward. Bit of a heavy touch. Strike from distance. Good save, Alisson. Oh, it's going to be a corner. Jesus Christ. He nearly lost that one. Very nearly lost that one. So close. Good effort from distance there. Yeah, it was a good save, actually, that. Really good rebound. He got up well. Did really, really well there. Corner to Morocco. I think the card thing is going to let me down, to be honest. I mean, that's okay. What have I got in that one? Oh, I could do with cards. I really could do a card. A card late on here would be phenomenal. Ball whipped in. Headed away. Edge of the box. Come on, dive in, Vinny. Dive in, two-footed. Someone two-foot someone. Screen has stopped. Has it? Oh, hang on. There you go. Back on. Taylor, going to bed now. Key, not watching the Scotland game. Going to sleep so I can wake up for the Australia game. No worries, man. Well, it's full time anyway. Brazil 1, Morocco 1. Full time. Full time here. I should be back in 40 minutes for Scotland versus Haiti. Haiti versus Scotland. Disappointing result that for Brazil. I think the Scots will be quietly pleased because it now means that the reality is 3 points probably gets them through anyway. If they were able to beat Haiti, they will go through, you would imagine. That should be enough. But there you go. Good result for Morocco, which puts them top of the group. Until Scotland play in an hour's, 55 minutes time. NBA finals are on. Yeah, it's the Spurs, isn't it? Right, see you soon, everyone. Lots of love. I will catch you all in about 45 minutes. See you soon. Ta-da.